Good afternoon, my excellent students. Welcome to class today with Miss Uday. Today we shall be looking at keyboarding, and we are going to be considering this under three objectives. The first objective is meaning of keyboarding, importance of keyboarding, and correct posture in keyboarding. But before we go into this, let's look at the memory verse for this week. The memory verse for this week is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. This memory verse is to guide us on what we are learning today, and that says, "Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." Every good thing you study and learn is true, and you are encouraged to be a master of it. And I'm sure that now this passage must have become a part of you that you can excitedly quote and recite at any given time. Now, moving straight into our business for today, keyboarding. So we are going to be looking at the meaning. So what is keyboarding? It's an invaluable skill among those in the workforce, as it is used to type business correspondences, emails, memos, track expenses, and create websites. It allows you to make reports, research, email your professors or teachers, classmates, and even take notes. It is important for you to master the skills of keyboarding. And so, what are the skills of keyboarding? They are required to operate a keyboard smoothly while typing. This includes understanding your computer keyboard layout and its functions. So, keyboard is a skill which is required whenever you need to type. If you need to type, then you must master keyboarding skills. Your typing could be just to send emails as it has been established earlier. It could be to just make a note down for a friend, your parents at home, or anyone. You should do that skillfully, and that is why keyboarding skills becomes a useful tool for you to learn. So in learning the keyboard skills, what are those things that we must establish? We must establish the steps to learning keyboard. And the steps are technique that we must understand. There are several different types of keyboard layouts, but the most common is known as the QWERTY layout. The majority of usage lays within the top and middle rows of keys. Now, what do we mean by QWERTY layout of a keyboard? As you are seated on the keyboard or the keypad of your phone, if you have your own keys displayed according to the QWERTY written out, that is having Q followed by W, then ERTY, then it means your keyboard layout is QWERTY. And that is the commonest one, that is the most popular layout of keyboard in this present time. So you must understand your keyboard. If your keyboard is in this form, then you will be able to flow well with us. However, if your keyboard is not in this layout, you can do well to please reach me. Possibly after this class, you can send me a chart. I'll look through it and then get back to you. You also must understand or establish the fact that the typists should keep their fingers curved and upright with their left hand fingers on the ASDF keys, right hand fingers on the JKL colon keys. Now your fingers should appear on these keys as it has been written out. Your eyes should be focused on the information that is to be typed. This may mean they are looking directly at the computer screen or to the side where a paper or copy is located, but not directly at the keyboard or their hands. I know you might have challenges with this as a beginner, but you don't give up on it. You keep practicing, you keep learning, you keep trying it out until you become a master of it. Now, what are the importance of keyboarding? Number one, it frees up cognitive energy so you focus on the ideas instead of just the language required to articulate them. It keeps your mind on the content rather than on the letters. It helps you to grab the idea, the whole idea of what you are typing, rather than just focusing on the letters. So when you focus on the letter, picking them one by one, it makes room for errors. So to avoid errors, you should type correctly following those steps that had been mentioned earlier. Number two is that it improves accuracy when you focus on ideas rather than the letters. Now, what do I mean by it improves your accuracy? It helps you to type neatly and smoothly. Your types are produced in a very neat order and they appear very beautiful to the eyes. So when you do that, when you type accurately, even you are happy with your work. You're happy with yourself because you have a beautiful presentation and accurate work. And when there is any error, you will be able to discover it early enough because the accuracy is there. And another thing about accuracy is when you follow the keyboarding skills, there is a rhythm it produces when you type. As you type those words, sorry, as you type those letters, there is a rhythm you must follow. There is a rhythm it will produce to you, just like somebody is singing. You sing to rhythm, you sing to a tone, and you follow it up in that order. It is the rhythm the music produces that makes it sound beautiful in our ear, and we want to listen to it over and over again. So when you type, following the rhythm of your types or your keys, it produces rhythm that even makes you happy as you are typing or operating on your keyboard. So it gives you a sense of satisfaction, and that is one of the importance of keyboarding. So when you master the skills in keyboarding, it will improve your accuracy. Another thing is the fingering on the keyboard. You have been showed earlier that your right hand fingers should be on ASDF and your left hand fingers should be on JKL colon. This shows that you are skillful in typing when your fingers are displayed on the right keys. Through sufficient repetition, the fingers reach automatically for individual keys when they are needed. Constant practicing will help you to achieve this. You don't have to keep your focus on the keyboard. By the time you have been practicing from time to time, your fingers automatically will move in the direction of the right letters to be typed per time. Touch typing makes you faster. This in turn means you will be more productive as it takes you less time to do your tasks. When you pick, it slows you down, and picking entails that you're looking at the keyboard. But when you touch, it keeps flowing. It means your focus is on the content and not on the keys. that you are typing. So practice from time to time such that you touch and it keeps flowing. Within a short while, you will accomplish and fulfill many tasks for the day and you will be happy. It saves you stress. It makes you get over your work in no time. You know, the stress of sitting down for too long typing and then your back is aching you, pain behind your shoulders, around your neck. You will save yourself a whole lot of stress when you type skillfully or when you operate your keyboard in a skillful manner. It makes you appear a professional, and I'm sure you're happy about that. So it is important for us to operate our keyboard and operate it very well. And lastly, this afternoon we are going to be considering the good sitting posture in keyboarding. One of the things that showcases one either as a skillful keyboard operator or a poor keyboard operator is the sitting posture. And you will agree with me that everything that has to do with professionalism has a posture. When you read, there is an ideal posture to reading, there is an ideal posture to sitting, there is an ideal posture to standing, there is an ideal posture to sleeping. So you can see that there are ideal postures that are connected to specific things. So in keyboarding as well, we have good sitting posture, and this posture, when you adhere to it, it enhances your typing skills, it enhances your keyboarding skills, it enhances your accuracy level, it enhances how speedy you type and accurate they appear. So, what is the first thing? Resting your back against the chair for maximum support. When you lean your body forward, it slows you down because you put pressure on your arms, and it will slow down the pace at which you work on your keyboard. So you should rest your back against the chair for maximum support. The next step, rest your feet flat on the floor or on a footrest. For example, you're seated and your feet can't get to the floor. If the table on which your keyboard is has a rest, it is advisable you keep your legs on that footrest so that you can gain balance and you are comfortably seated as you type. But if you are okay such that your feet can get to the floor, that makes it better. So let your feet be flat on the floor. You don't sit and cross your legs when you're set to type. It's not showcasing you as a professional. When you are set to type, you look straight ahead without leaning forward. Like I said earlier, you don't lean forward. Leaning forward indicates that you are picking your characters. You don't pick your characters, you touch them. So when you sit upright into your chair with your back resting on the backrest of the chair, it allows free movement of your shoulder to your arm. You'll be able to move back and forth without any obstruction. But when you lean forward, you automatically will have to pick because your hand can't move forward and backward freely anymore. Pressure had been laid on your hand. Positioning your knees at the same level or slightly lower than your hips. That means your sitting position should be at angle 90 degrees. Relaxing your shoulders. Don't hang your shoulders up and don't bring them too low. Just sit upright. You sit up. That shows you're ready to operate your keyboard. And then keep wrists straight and fingers curved over the keys with the thumbs close to the space bars. In our last class, I told you that you use your thumbs to strike to strike the space bar. So it is coming up to you again. Let that always be in your mind. Your wrist should be straight and then your fingers curved over the keys as you type. When you adhere to this posture, it showcases you serious-minded, it showcases you an excellent student, it showcases you as a professional. And I'm sure that I have excellent students in the house this morning. I'm sure you have learned something. God bless you real good. I'll see you again next week. God bless you.